chat this morning about a question that I got about running while you're trying to get pregnant. And it's very timely because my baby girl is turning 11 today. So like all moms, I'm sure my mom did this too. Like, I tell her the story of this is what I was doing the night before you were born, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I got a great question this morning. This is, what are your thoughts on exercise and running while trying to conceive, especially in the 2-week wait? Do you think age has any impact on running while pregnant, advanced maternal age, that sort of thing? So I will start by saying we don't have any studies here. The next thing I will say is, if you are that person that you aren't noticing regular ovulation, if you can't predict it, if your ovulation is all over the place, that's very much what I experienced in the first year before we got pregnant with my oldest. Start with that first. If you are an overtrainer, meaning you are running a lot, you're running a lot for mental health, maybe you have some issues with fueling, kind of normalizing fueling, potentially history with eating disorders, those sorts of things, and you know that, start with that stuff first. What we know anecdotally is we need happy moms, and most women who are running, they're running because they enjoy it. And so the thing is, like, you're not delicate in pregnancy. That doesn't mean you can't be scared shitless. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I remember, and I did a post about this, a Sunday post a while back, like, that whole first year we were trying to get pregnant with our oldest, like, well, what about now? Am I doing anything wrong? Like, you don't know. And the fact of the matter is, like, we don't have enough information about this, but like, happy mom is good mom, active mom is good mom. Do things that you were doing. Of course, unless there are these other issues, if you don't have a regular cycle, if you're not ovulating predictably, those are things that we need to look at. I know some people who overtrain, if they back off on their training a little bit, things start to come back and you get pregnant quickly. I wasn't an overtrainer. It just took a while to settle out from the pill and just took a while to get our ovulation straight. It's scary. I mean, we had a miscarriage between our kids. It was actually 12 years, would have been 11, so it would be 12 years ago. And I remember when we were pregnant with my daughter, we got pregnant, I think it was like maybe two or 3 months after my DNC. I didn't feel like running at all. I just did yoga. I was so freaking nervous. And the thing is, logically, you can understand these things, but like, once you go through a loss, and those of you that have, I'm sorry, and there's that fear that you can't like logically work out. But no, there's nothing that we know currently that says, okay, go have sex and then do nothing, unless of course it's like IVF. And so that's where I kind of go back to, if it's something where you've dropped, 20, 30 grand, whatever it costs to do this, and your doctor says, don't do anything, we need it to stick, and you've historically had issues, that's one thing, but you cannot tell me those moms wouldn't kill to go for a run or do some sort of stress relief or do something that makes them feel good. So if you have the capacity, if you have the ability to be able to continue to stay active, do it. And as far as like advanced maternal age, like, again, I live in an area where like the average new mom that I see is 38 to 42 years old. So pretty much everybody's geriatric around here. But that's kind of normal for us. I don't know, again, like, we don't have any correlation. Go keep doing what you're used to doing. If you're concerned that you're running too much, back off a little bit and see what happens. If you're concerned that you are under fueling, talk to a dietitian, talk to a nutritionist. Same thing with the training piece. Like, if you're concerned, talk to your doctor about it. Unfortunately, a lot of doctors aren't kind of educated in exercise. Some are like, oh, you shouldn't be running. I still hear this. Or, oh, you shouldn't be lifting. We have no data to point to that. So again, no medical issues. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. We don't have any evidence at this point that it impacts conception. There's no reason to believe that if you just freeze and wrap yourself in bubble wrap for 2 weeks, it'll stick. We just don't have any of that. So, but looking ahead, let's assume you get pregnant. I have a solo podcast episode coming out this Friday because we had a lot of questions on I'm pregnant, now what? And, how to run in pregnancy and when to start, and navigating kind of like those first couple of weeks of nausea, first couple of months actually, how to navigate pelvic girdle pain, how to navigate symphysis pubis issues, kind of what belly bands to get, how long you can run, should you be racing? Like we talk all about all of that stuff. So that'll be coming out this Friday. So if you have questions about running in while you're trying to conceive, if you have questions about running in pregnancy, hop in the DMs, let me know. But yeah, I mean, the good news is moms are active more than they ever have been before. And I think there's always going to be that question of, I don't want to do the wrong thing, especially, if you've had difficulty conceiving, or you've had history of miscarriage, or you're just like, this is new to me, I don't know what I'm doing. I want to do the right thing. We need to do the right thing for you. And sometimes that means keep doing what you're doing because it's good for your mental and physical health. And until we learn anything otherwise, that's okay. Keep doing you. So if you have those questions, pop them in the DMs, happy to answer for you. And happy birthday to my little girl today. Super, super excited for her.